It was a golden time, a time of hope when anything seemed possible. These were the boom years, the years of prosperity when you could do what you liked and go as far as you wanted.
And so the domino theory, which holds that if... Hello?
Sorry.
Thanks. Which holds that if one country falls to communism, the rest will
For the young,
follow.
well, we called it a revolution. And the times indeed were changing.
Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changing.
But ahead lay a spectre that would change things forever. A conflict in a distant land few people had ever heard of. A war fewer still would comprehend. Before it was over, Australia would stand divided, with families split and friendships destroyed. And although in time the healing would come, it would come at a price, and with pain. For what was changing were the basic things that for so long had stood us well. Like freedom and love and honor.
Congratulations, Mr. Lawrence, and the best of luck with your career.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Morning, Grandpa.
Tony! What sort of welcome is this? Soldier of the Year, they should have brought out the band.
Essie.
He remembers.
Yeah, well, you're taller or something.
It's only been a year.
Well, like I said, you're taller. I mean, what do they feed you at boarding school?
Want a lift?
Yeah, thanks.
Nan, it's Essie.
What's this?
Tony!
Getting a lift to the door.
Hi, Dan.
We wondered when you'd get here.
How are you?
Fine.
Tony.
So, Essie, how are your parents?
Fine, thanks, Mrs. Lawrence. I've got the dresses.
Oh, you did?
They're in the back.
Oh, let's try them on.
So, how is everyone?
Fine. Where are the others? Come on. You're not meant to see it.
Hey, I'm the best man, not the groom.
Doesn't matter.
Careful.
There's Dad.
Try not to argue with him, Tony.
Hey, me?
He's very proud of you, you know, just because he doesn't say so.
Hey, Dad, it's Tony.
Hey. Fit big brother, how's it going? Dad?
Ah, so you got here then?
I'm here.
I thought you'd be up for the weekend. Lend a hand with the harvest.
Yeah, I couldn't get away.
Ah,
So, how have you been keeping?
don't you worry about me.
How do I look?
Like a virgin. White can do a lot for a girl.
There. How does it look on me?
Essie. And who are you going to marry?
Tall, dark stranger?
Who?
Not telling.
Tony? Taller than Tony.
And stranger. Come on, girls. The military's here.
That's Frank. Quick, help me get it off. It's easy.
How are you, mate? Good to see you.
Where's Viv? Viv who?
Oh, Frank.
Oh, g'day, mate. Good to see you.
Hey, it's me, Frank. Give us those, give us those.
Give me those gloves, please.
Hey, Frank, lovely flowers, mate.
You just don't know what it's like, that's the problem.
Hey, Frank! This is it! You can still turn back!
Yeah, mate. He won't turn back.
Frank!
Hi, beautiful.
Ah, Duntroon, you tawdry tart, you've deceived us. For 4 long years, you nurtured and prepared us for the world. But what we didn't see, hidden deep within the mysteries of your loathsome loins, was a truth. A truth that could defeat us all, and so has defeated Frank.
Frank.
Women! You never taught us anything about women. Damn it, I can strip a Bren gun in 30 seconds, but I wouldn't know where to start.
Boys to women!
Hey, here's the cavalry. All right. Move out.
Oh, thanks for coming.
Boys, meet my brothers. Carlo and Giovanni. John to you, plebs.
Sabbiato?
Lascialo stare, no? La sua sera. Go!
You all right?
Of course I am.
Escaping Grandma's list. Well, someone's got to run the house.
Don't say it.
You'd think I'd be used to it. After 12 years.
I miss it too, you know.
I know. She'd have known what to say to you.
What do you mean?
Advice on your wedding night.
Dad?
Yes, I expect you to know all that.
I think you should stop right now while you can still touch bottom.
You know something?
What?
I think you're beautiful. Well, silly time to turn in.
I won't be long.
Good night, Princess.
I love you. Shh! Who's that? Hi. Essie, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd come and see what the army's up to.
What?
Come on.
Hey, who let him out? What do you mean, him? It's a her, isn't it? Hey, it's not a cow, it's a bull! Get out of here! Get out of here!
Hello.
What are you doing here?
I forgot something this morning. It's up at the house. Bye.
Hey, hang on, what's going on? How's it going, old mate? of cure, step 1, tutorial. Attention! Star jumps commence. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, Frank.
No, I'll go, I swear. I swear I'll go.
Hangover cure, step 2.
You ready, Vivian? It's time to go.
Right.
Come and give me a
Right.
hand. Miss Florence, can you help with this pain?
What are you doing here? We shouldn't leave. No. Check this.
No, let me die.
Does he know?
My dear friends, you have come together in this church so that the Lord may seal and strengthen your love in the presence of the church's minister in this community. Christ abundantly blesses this love. He has already consecrated you in baptism, and now he enriches and strengthens you by a special sacrament, so that you may assume the duties of marriage in mutual and lasting fidelity. And so, in the presence of the church, I ask you to state your intentions. Francesco Joseph, do you take Vivian Ann, here present, to be your lawful wife, according to the rite of our Holy Mother, the Church?
Frank, I will. Oh, I will, of course.
Vivian Ann, do you take Francesco Joseph, here present, to be your lawful husband, according to the rite of our Holy Mother, the Church?
I will.
A big round of applause for the bride and groom at the bridal waltz.
Good idea, Frank.
Nancy's better than the Archie's.
Against the bridal walls, come on.
Next down the aisle,
It's in the dance.
Congratulations, Tony. Damn fine speech.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers.
I must say I'm most impressed, Arthur, with these Duntroon boys.
Should have seen them last night.
I'd say the country's defence is in pretty good hands.
Yes. Well, they look all right, if that's what you mean.
for a short break.
Mrs. Lawrence, what a lovely wedding.
Mr. and Mrs. Vittorio, do you know the Rogers?
Of course, of course. Your daughter Essie, she is so beautiful. But my sons, they all are married. Arthur, Mrs. Lawrence, we are family now.
Tony.
Looks like we had the same idea.
You haven't been dancing.
Would you like a dance? Here. Come on, fellas. Yeah. Come on, Ez. Race you home.
She's had that horse for years. I'll do it.
Essie, telephone.
Who is it?
It's Tony. Hi.
Hi. How you feeling?
I felt better.
I don't think much of the weather. I was, wondering if you'd like to go to the pictures tonight.
I don't think I'd be very good company.
Oh, I don't know. Might cheer you up. Afterwards, we could have coffee and raisin toast at the Paragon.
Now, you won't get a better offer than that. What do you say? Pick you up about 7:30?
Okay.
Great. I'll see you then.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Chocolate?
No, thank you.
Still the horse, isn't it?
Life is... it's such a random thing. It could have been me.
I know. You were very lucky.
I really loved that horse. It was the only thing I was going to miss when I went to Melbourne. It's funny how things turn out, isn't it? What you did must have been very hard.
Well, had to be done.
You make it sound so simple.
Hey, I brought you out to cheer you up. I'm not doing much of a job.
Sorry. Should we go, Becky?
You're really looking forward to university, aren't you?
I can't wait.
I never picked you for a city girl.
I want to live, Tony. I want to see the world.
You sound like an army recruitment poster.
Isn't that why you joined?
I joined because the farm's only big enough for one of us, and I'm the second son.
Is that all? Oh, I want a challenge. I want to do something with my life. All my parents want me to do is find someone eligible to run the farm. Oh, don't get me wrong, I love the country. And I know I'm going to come back one day to retire.
Essie Rogers. How you've grown.
You never noticed me when I wore braces.
Oh, I noticed the braces. Well, I mean, you never showed much potential.
For what?
Not for anything. You're always a bit of a tomboy.
Oh, thanks.
What with that and the braces? So what'd you think of me?
Oh, you were Mr. Perfect. Head boy, captain of the football team. Oh, I can never make up my mind between you and Elvis Presley. And here you are, a soldier. I haven't been here since I left school.
You mean all of 2 weeks?
Well, we keep seeing each other after the holidays.
They let me out from time to time.
It's just that I've never felt like this before.
Like what?
Like going to university isn't the most important thing in the world.
That's good. Come on, move. Right, Jack. Come on, keep it going. Good work.
No pushing, Wiley.
Get a move on. Come on, ladies. That's it. Good work.
Let's keep that speed
Come on,
come on.
bit of aggression! Come on, Summits! We'll have your gut for garners!
Well done, Wiley.
That's the way, boys! Come on!
Give it up, Diamond.
Come plunging! That's right, under, over! Over, under! Come on! Get over it! Come on!
Come on!
That's the way, over the under this one!
Come on! Come on, ladders!
That's it!
Come on, over!
That's it!
Well done, boys.
That's the way! Good!
That's it. Come on, finish it off.
There!
Oh, well done, take it easy. Lift those feet. Come on.
Come on!
Good work, man.
Go on!
Those legs are tired. Come on. Last one does it again.
Bloody madman!
Summit. You weren't last because you were slow, Summit. You were last because you're lazy.
Yes, sir.
If I was beaten by Lardar, sir, I'd shoot myself.
Well, my solution's not quite so drastic. Go round again, Summit.
What?
Twice.
All right, Summits, you heard him. Off you go.
Take them back, Sergeant. I'll wait for this one.
All right, you blokes, fall in. Come on, look lively.
Well, off you go.
Off you get, Richie. Okay, check your dressing. Move! Attack! Hit! By the legs! Back! March! Left! Right! Left!
The Russian Society is the best organization. What's more?
Hey, can you dance? Fabian?
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah. Student Christian movement?
Yeah, Canoe Club.
Well, that's what we're around. See you. Bye.
Sorry. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Quick, the zip is busting. Ow, I'm sorry. Thanks. Didn't I see you somewhere today?
Yes, Philosophy 1.
Philosophy? I don't know why you bother. What's your name?
Essie Rogers.
I'm Marg. Hi. Thanks. Oh, would you bring my bags over?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. What else are you doing?
English and history.
Oh, so am I. History, I mean. For the second time. Missed most of the lectures last year. They're at 9 o'clock in the morning. Whose tutor you in?
Miss Simmons.
Oh, God, she's awesome. You should be in Bernie Manton's. His was full. Rubbish. You come with me, I'll fit you in.
Could you?
Not if you take all day, though.
Okay, won't be long.
God, you're hopeless. Oh, come on, we'll find you somewhere else on the way. Now, there are 3 golden rules you have to remember, Essie.
Yeah?
Pass at least 2 units every 2 years. Less than that, they kick you out. Never, but never miss a party. And most important of all, deal only with male lecturers. Bernard! Oh.
Marg, hello. Welcome back.
Thank you. Bernie Mantle. Essie Rogers.
Hello.
Hi. Essie's just dying to be in your tutorial. I've told her all about it. Be a darling and squeeze her in.
Well. I can't, it's full.
Who's Robert Erskine?
I don't know.
Well, I do. He's a troublemaker. And he simply reeks of B.O.
Marg, forget it. Sorry.
Take out Robert Erskine, put in Essie Rogers.
Marg.
Fix it, Bernie. You own it.
What for?
You want me to tell you? In front of Essie.
What are you talking about?
Brilliant academic, terrible memory.
Look, I'll see what I can do.
It's the straps. He can never get them tight enough. If you read the manual, you'd find out what you're doing. Now, Tony will be able to tell you exactly what
Tony.
about.
Gentlemen, boss is looking for you. We've been asked for a junior officer for this Middle East peacekeeping force.
What's it about, sir?
Ah, the usual multinational thing. You drive around in a UN Jeep with a white flag, reporting infringements. It's all fairly quiet at the moment, of course, but it'd be a wonderful posting.
So what do I do, sir, if I'm interested?
What do you mean, if you're interested? You like bashing around the parade ground, do you?
Particularly?
The Colonel's got his eye on you, so...
Afternoon, sir.
Sir? Sir?
Afternoon. I suppose the Major's already told you about this UN posting?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to put your name up. What do you think?
Well, I don't really know much about it, sir.
Of course, it's not in my best interest. I prefer to hang on to my brighter young officers. Still, you've got your career to think about, so I'm prepared to recommend it if that's what you want.
Thank you, sir. I'll certainly give it some thought.
Begging your pardon, sir. I think this is a job for a married man.
Oh, do you, Vittorio?
Yes, sir. My wife's a nurse. She could work at the local hospital.
I see.
Tony's too valuable here. We can't really spare him, can we, sir?
Yes, thank you, Vittorio. I think we understand.
Well, think it over, Lawrence. I'll need your decision by the end of the month.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well, you can't blame me for trying. Glamour boy.
And so the domino theory, which holds that if... Hello?
Sorry.
Thanks. Which holds that if one country falls to communism, the rest will automatically follow. Like so many pieces of chalk. Now, this is essentially an outmoded aberration of the late 1950s, sustained into the present decade by the paranoia of the comic hand-kicking or geriatric right.
Our primary role is to maintain a strong defence for internal security and for stability in our region. We have, of course, successfully opposed communist infiltration in Malaya and from Indonesia, and at present have an SAS contingent in Borneo. The whole region is clearly of a vital strategic importance to Australia, and the role we play with our British and New Zealand allies is one in which I think we can take some pride. Oh, we also have some engineers and instructors up in Vietnam, which is here. So, any questions?
Dear Tony, the first 2 weeks have been very chaotic, but at last I'm beginning to find my feet. I've piles of work to do, and to make things worse, I've been press-ganged into the drama club to play a windmill in an absurd play. Well, at least life's never dull. I've been hoping to hear from you, but I suppose you've been busy training your new battalion. Is that right? I hope you can get some leave soon and come to Melbourne. The holidays were over so quickly. I miss you, Tony. Please write. All my love, Essie.
Eyes on the target! Keep both your legs down. That's right. Get them down. Come on. Keep your ankles flat. Flat ankles. Tuck in. That's right. Tuck right in there. Get those heels down. Remember your breathing. Put your arm in with your leg. Get those heels down. Your eyes wide. What do you do? You can go into at least one eye open, Leach. Well done, Diamond. Unload! Stand up! Ah! Sergeant!
Has this man been taught range safety procedures?
Yes, sir.
Then put him on a charge.
All right, Samich, fall out.
You had no right to kick me.
I wasn't kicking you so much. I was stopping you turning around.
It's not what it felt like.
Just shut up, Samich. You're in enough trouble already. Now get a move on.
Respect! Arms!
Hey, Sammy.
What'd you get?
2 weeks confined to barracks. So what? I like the barracks.
Oh, bullshit.
I could have him if I wanted.
Oh, yeah, sure you could.
An officer's got no right to strike a soldier. I could have him up on a charge.
And you could both peel spuds in the cookhouse.
Sword of honour. He's a bloody madman. He always has to be first. He just wants us to win that stupid little cup for best platoon.
Oh, no hope. We got lard ass.
Shut up, Wiley.
Squad!
All right, carry on. Hey, Sarge, Sumptitch here reckons that Lieutenant Lawrence is after that cup for the best platoon.
Oh, does he?
But how could we win with this mob of no-hopers?
Just attend to your duties. The cup will take care of itself.
But isn't it important, Sarge?
Some people might think so.
Oh, well, I've never won anything, Sarge, except the pleasure of sharing barracks with the likes of Jules and Slats, and the sight of lard ass every morning getting out of bed, pyjama pants at half-mast. Why is that, lard ass?
Shut up, Wiley.
Don't push your luck so much.
Me, Sarge?
You know what I mean. Drill in 20 minutes!
Okay, Slats, that's it.
Thanks for the drill, Sammy.
Come on, mate.
Oh, my God. The windmill.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the tiredest of us all? Is it the windmill, the engine of profit and loss and free enterprise, and to hell with you, I've got it? Or is it the temptress from the depths of the sea, sitting on her rock, so fetchingly? Or is it the boy? Or perhaps his mom? He bears his soul. She bears her bum. Tell me, mirror, tell me true, could anyone be more tired than you? Go on, go on. She's jumped 2 pages. Careful.
This is real behind enemy line stuff.
Hurry up. I'm very cold, Daddy. Take my bag. On the 10th floor.
Oh, just...
Thank you. Why didn't you tell me you were coming?
I thought it'd surprise you.
Well, you did.
Hey, this is great.
Just remember, Matron's got a key. I didn't think you wanted to see me.
Why not?
Because you never write.
It's only been a couple of weeks.
I know. And now you're going off to the Middle East.
Well, I probably won't get it.
I hope not. It's not just a crush, is it, between us?
Why call it anything?
I need to know how you feel.
I feel terrific.
Yeah. And?
And I hope we can go on seeing each other.
When?
Whenever I get leave.
Can't you get a transfer or something?
Yes, it's not that kind of job.
Oh, no, it isn't, is it?
Well, I don't like it any more than you do. It doesn't have to be a problem. I mean, not if we don't want it to be.
But you're talking about going away for a whole year. Tony. Tony.
I better leave, huh?
I'd just hate it if we got caught.
What are you doing in 2 weeks' time?
Why?
Well, I've got the weekend off, and Frank and Viv are going to Sydney. I thought we might go along too.
I don't know, Tony. I've got a lot of work at the moment. The whole weekend, my mother would kill me.
Well, I'm not asking your mother.
Why did I have to fall in love with a soldier?
The uniform.
Uh-uh.
Man of action. Something to do with the eyes.
Because I'm stupid, that's why.
Terrific!
Don't forget we're going out. The concert starts at 8.
Okay, hon.
Oh, and dinner's in half an hour.
Aye, aye, Skipper. You should have brought Essie, mate. All right, she had to study.
So does Viv. She's got exams in a week. If she doesn't pass, it's goodbye to that job at the camp hospital. Hey, listen, how are things with you and Ness, anyway?
I don't know.
You don't know? What sort of an answer's that?
Well, I'm turning it down, mate.
You what?
Well, I've just got my first command. I want to see it through.
Huh. Well, put a good word in for me, will you? I joined the army to see the world. The Middle East would suit me just fine. It is Essie, isn't it?
No, not exactly.
Hey, I can understand if it was.
I don't know what she wants, mate.
She's a woman.
She's young.
They do have a habit of growing up, Tone.
Yeah, well, she's not the marrying kind, that's for sure.
Oh, come on, admit it. Neither are you.
So what have we got in common?
Oh, lust. Oh, mate, you've got it. You're a real case. You've got the disease, eh?
All right, all right.
Oh, find a fire position! 3-2, Roger. We're pinned down in the open. I guess you'll have to take them. Let me know when you're in position.
Let's go. Roger. Out.
Your game, Vittorio.
Hello!
Come on, soldier.
Move it, Summit!
3-2, this is 3-1, we're in position. Be on the objective in 3 minutes.
Roger! Spread it out! Spread it out! Everyone up!
Everybody up.
Let's go! Guns on the flanks! Come on, get that 60 going! Come on, get a move on! Come on, spread out to the right! Come on! You haven't got all day! Come on!
Move, Tony, yes.
Hey, they're behind us!
Lieutenant Lawrence, this is a preliminary inquiry into the death of Private Peter Francis Summit, a man under your command. I must warn you that should it be the opinion of this inquiry that you were in any way negligent or culpable, you may either be referred to civilian authorities to answer charges for manslaughter or some lesser offense, or be required to face a court-martial. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
8 platoon were pinned down by a machine gun here and by a sniper here, cutting off their retreat. Lieutenant Lawrence decided to try and attack the machine gun here, protected by the rise of the hill and across the path of the oncoming tanks. It's the last thing the enemy would have expected. Their right flank was quite exposed.
A rather dangerous manoeuvre, Major.
As events transpired, yes.
You didn't consider aborting the exercise, or at least stopping the tanks?
The infantry's trained to look out for tanks, Major, not the other way around.
Samich was a conscript, sir. He didn't want to be in the army.
Did you get on with it?
We arrived at an understanding.
What do you mean by that?
He did his duty, I left him alone.
And Lieutenant Lawrence, how did he get on with Samich?
I don't think he liked his attitude, sir.
Yeah?
He was determined to change it.
How?
I think it's fair to say he was fairly hard on the man, got him to do things again if he thought he was slacking, that sort of thing.
What did you think of these methods?
I've been in the army 12 years, sir. I've seen service in Malaya and Indonesia. There's nearly always someone who doesn't measure up. It's a fact of life.
A fact that Lieutenant Lawrence found difficult to accept?
Possibly, sir.
Did you discuss so much with him at any time?
Not really, sir.
Or offer an opinion?
No, sir. I wasn't asked.
The attack on the machine gun, what did you think about that?
There was an element of risk, but it was safe enough, provided you pace yourself to the speed of your slowest man.
But a little difficult if you're leading the platoon, Sergeant.
Sometimes it's better to lead from behind.
He's an extremely bright and astute young officer. His platoon's record is the best in the battalion.
Your loyalty to your junior officer is commendable, Colonel. But I'd appreciate it if you answered the question. In the light of the critical comments written by Lieutenant Lawrence in Summich's record, do you believe you showed good judgment in selecting Summich for such a potentially dangerous operation?
May I speak my mind, sir? Thank you. There are sections of the public opposed to conscription who would like nothing better than to see this whole thing blown out of all proportion. Now, I believe that we are in danger here of presenting them with a very fine young officer on a platter.
That, regrettably, may be true, Colonel. But the politics of the situation must not be allowed to influence these proceedings.
He's a hard man.
Would you say he's liked by the troops?
I'd say respected.
As you wish. What about Summich?
They didn't get on from day one at all, sir. Then there was some trouble at the rifle range.
What sort of trouble?
Summich tried to turn around with a loaded rifle, sir. Lieutenant Lawrence stopped him.
How?
He put his foot on his arm, sir.
He what?
Well, the rifle was loaded, sir. Summich could have blown the head off the bloke beside him.
So Lieutenant Lawrence placed his foot on Summich's arm?
Yes, sir. Summich swore he'd get him for that, sir.
Thank you, Private.
Is that all? Can I say something? Sir, I don't think Summich fell behind at all. And I don't think he tripped over that flare. I think he dropped back and deliberately set it off to disclose our position.
That's a fairly wild theory, Private.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard to prove, sir. Summich was carrying a trip flare on his belt. I reckon someone should take a geek at his equipment if that flare's not there anymore. Doesn't that kind of prove it?
Gentlemen, there's nothing more controversial than the death of a conscript, a soldier who did not want to be a soldier. This has been no witch hunt, as counsel has suggested, but a vigorous search for the truth. We therefore find, in the light of the evidence, that the deceased Private Summich died by misadventure, and that Lieutenant Lawrence has no case to answer.
Yes.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Cheer you up. I was talking to your grandmother and she told me you were coming.
Oh, did she?
Honey, why didn't you tell me about the inquiry? It must have been awful.
It's over now.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
Oh, you're soaking. All right. Just go and change and make some scones.
Well, let me help you with the hat.
Stop fussing, Vivian. I'm perfectly capable.
It's the same every year. I don't know why you take her.
You know quite well.
Well, it's one thing to remember Grandfather, but he didn't even fall at Gallipoli.
That's not the point.
Lest we forget. I mean, the whole thing's morbid.
Vivian.
This is supposed to be a happy occasion. Just got my results.
Look, Anzac Day may not mean much to you, my girl, but it means a lot of things to a lot of people. To Grandma, it's her husband. And to me, well, to me it's more mates than I care to remember. And for Tony, well, Tony's just suffered the first loss of a man under his command, and that's something he won't forget as long as he lives.
How's it going?
Okay.
Grandma upset as usual?
Poor old Chook.
Tough game you've chosen, sport. Still, someone's got to do it.
Tony, you haven't told me. Are you going to the Middle East?
No, turned it down.
Why?
What do I know about keeping the peace? I mean, I'm a warrior.
But the chance to travel and see the world.
I don't know. I've been to Melbourne. Seen people who think they're windmills and well-endowed mermaids.
Did you like the mermaid?
I'm a windmill man myself.
Good. Sometimes I think it's just impossible. Because we hardly ever see each other. But I know I love you. And I know you're going to break my heart. There's nothing I can do to stop it.
Radio Bendigo, and the time is 3 o'clock. Here are the news headlines. Prime Minister Sir Robert Menzies
Oh, and
today
all those
committed
lectures and
1,000
essays.
The PMG strike.
Doing any more plays?
Third day.
I've been bullied into doing some Shakespeare.
At least I might understand it this time.
Not with our director, you won't.
What's the go with him?
I don't know. I don't think he does either.
Country of Vietnam. The announcement follows the commitment of American Marines in March to help resist the continuing infiltration of communist forces from the north. The Australian troops to be committed will be the 1st Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment from Holsworthy.
Menzies has committed 1,000 troops to Vietnam.
To where?
Indochina. It's the 1st Battalion, Holsworthy. That's near Sydney.
I know where Holsworthy is. What's it mean?
Means what it said.
You seem disappointed.
Frank, seen the papers? Yeah, 1st Battalion, half their luck. Well, they say they're not sending conscripts, but they'll have to be relieved. Who knows? Yeah, sure. Look, give our love to Viv. I'll see you back in Pucker. Right. Bye, mate.
Could all this be serious, Tony?
Flag-waving exercise, I suspect. I mean, the Yanks have had Marines there since March, and before that it was just advisors. We even had a few ourselves.
Could be another career.
Oh, I doubt it.
Don't underestimate the communist.
Dad, we held them in Malaya and Indonesia, and the Yanks don't do things by halves.
Well, I'm just glad it's not you. That's all I can say. Oh, sit down and drink your tea.
No, thanks, Nan. Got a pack.
You're leaving now?
Well, just a few hours early. Just want to see what's going on.
How do you think she'll take it?
I don't know.
Well, you're a brother.
What do you mean, you're her husband?
Oh, thank you. She'll be okay. No, mate. She's barely settled in.
I'm home.
Hello.
Sis.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Dad.
Yes. You soldiers have more sprains and fractures than I've ever seen. I'd kill for a beer.
I'll get it.
So, how are things with you two?
Fine.
Fine.
Would it be too much to ask for a glass?
I'll get it.
All right, boys. What's up?
Nothing.
Frank?
We're going to Canungra.
Where?
It's a jungle training school in Queensland.
Is that good?
It's just for... It won't be for long.
How long?
Well, about a month.
What?
Look, honey, it'll pass in a flash.
6 weeks?
It's just a routine training thing. Doesn't mean we're going anywhere.
Like where? Vietnam.
No, that's the 1st Battalion.
You are going, aren't you, Tony?
No. We were due for jungle training anyway. It's just been brought forward. I mean, this is the army, sis.
We're from the drama club. Somebody said you'd run an article.
Who wrote this?
I did.
Hang on. Joe, I want this in the newspaper. What's this? A drama article.
Keep your fingers crossed, baby. This could be the big time.
Who's that?
The editor, Joe Hale. He's an American. He's supposed to be over here studying Australian literature. Don't ask me why.
He's gorgeous.
You're human after all. What about Soldier Boy?
Oh, doesn't mean a girl can't look.
It's okay.
Great. Front page?
Hi. I'm Essie Rogers.
Oh, hi, you got my message. Great. Come in. Have some coffee.
Look, it's about the article, isn't it? I know it's very long, but frankly, we need the publicity.
The article's fine. There it is, all laid out, ready to go.
Oh, wow.
Page 3. We usually put club news in the back, but, well, frankly, you write very well.
you.
Did you take milk?
Yes, no sugar.
That's why I wanted to see you. How'd you like to do us an article?
I'd love to. What about?
Vietnam. What I need's a background history for a special issue we're doing.
Vietnam?
Yeah, is that a problem?
No, it's a bit ironic, that's all. It's a long story.
Hey, if you'd rather do something else.
No, Vietnam's fine. I'll do it if you think I can. How can you draw an article about theatre?
I can't. We're short of writers. Welcome aboard.
This, gentlemen, is a pangy pit. Razor-sharp spears of bamboo set in a pit about 2 feet deep. The Viet Cong tipped the spikes with feces. So, with tropical conditions and rampant infection, you're out of action immediately. Very simple, very effective. Righto, move up. The jumping mark. Step on the wire, and it jumps up about 2'6" before going off. Spraying shrapnel where you want it least. Any normal mine, you might lose a foot or a leg. This one, well, you can forget about worrying what you're going to do on leave.
Okay.
Any questions? Right, move out. Move down to the next track.
Come on, man.
Gee! Snipers, trapdoors, tunnels. Charlie's greatest weapon. Here's your enemy. It only took 3 of them to wipe out your whole platoon.
Their tactics are to make you fight on their terms. Well, you don't have to oblige.
Yeah, well, that's easier said than done.
Yeah. Sometimes to regain the initiative, you just forget the drill.
Oh, that's charming. You just throw away your training.
What's this? A Dun True Old Boys Club?
Tony's rewriting the book on guerrilla warfare.
Good. Let's hear it.
All I'm saying, sir, is that if you're in an ambush with an obvious route of escape, then that's the last place you should go.
So what do you do?
You regain the initiative. They surprise you, so you surprise them.
How?
By not running for cover.
That's not what I meant, sir.
Tony, the best way to cope with an ambush is to avoid it in the first place.
And if you can't?
Then I don't think it matters what you do.
No. The Chinese aren't behind this war. They've been hated by the Vietnamese for centuries. Don't forget, they occupied the country for 1,000 years before the French.
But alliances change. I mean, look at us in Japan.
It's a nationalist struggle.
Well, if the South attacked the North, wouldn't that be a nationalist struggle?
Of course. The country should never have been divided in the first place.
But it was. And 1 million people migrated north and south, depending on their preference.
You've been doing some reading.
But they made their choice. Shouldn't that count for something?
No, but you can't draw a line across a country. The American Civil War proved that.
So the communists should be left to win?
Why not?
Well, I suppose it depends on your politics.
Spoken like a true conservative.
I'm not a conservative.
And I'm not a communist. Look, why don't we continue this over dinner?
Oh, I can't.
Why not?
I've got an essay.
I'll give you an extension.
Is that ethical?
Well, this is sort of educational.
Except the essay's not for you.
Yeah.
Thanks anyway.
Some other time, maybe.
Who knows?
You're an interesting mix, aren't you?
Am I?
Well, like I said, you can write.
What?
Let's just say it's an overly balanced article.
What's wrong with that?
It lacks a point of view, an attitude.
But it sees both sides.
That's the problem. Didn't you talk to Bernie Mantle?
Yes. He had a point of view.
You didn't agree.
No.
But you don't disagree either.
It's not black and white.
Essie, this isn't anything but a well-researched collection of facts, signifying nothing.
What did you want, propaganda?
I wanted something with a little more feeling and passion. It's so unbearably reasonable. Listen. Though conscription has its opponents, the fact remains that conscripts can and do make excellent soldiers.
But that's true.
You know this?
I have a friend in the army
A soldier.
who happens to be against conscription.
Are you?
Yes.
You don't seem very sure.
Yes.
Then why don't you say so? Look, it's a tough subject. Why don't you try something first on student health?
Wouldn't you worry about too much balance? Look, if you want a point of view, then you write it. For me, there's a right and wrong on both sides, but that's only my point of view. Excuse me. Guess what? Frank?
Hi. How are you?
I've just come from the hospital.
Oh, really?
I've got some news.
So have I.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Come on. Ladies first.
I'm pregnant.
You're what?
We're going to have a baby. Aren't I clever?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Wonderful. So that's what I was talking about the hospital, you silly thing.
Vivi.
What?
Vivi, listen to me.
What?
Just listen for a minute.
What? No.
Don't worry, I don't have to go.
No.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking. This is serious, do you mind? I would like to propose a toast to my beautiful, loving, caring, and understanding wife, Vivian. And I would like to remind you, on this very important occasion, it is the 15th month, 4th...
Oh, Frank!
Oh, don't worry about that. She just carry on, right? 4th day, 3 hours, and 20 seconds of our marriage. Tony, you reckon we could fit Vivian a dozen? And I will also like to propose a toast to my very good and dear friend.
You seem in high spirits.
Do I?
You're glad you're going, aren't you?
Yes. That's the job.
Vivian pregnant, I can't believe it.
It happens.
Does Frank have to go? Surely there's compassionate grounds or something.
No, he doesn't have to.
Why in God's name?
He's a soldier. Yes.
I'm sorry, Tony. I just can't join in the celebration.
It's just bravado. You were scared as hell underneath. Our last night of freedom. What would you rather have? Tears? Yes. Will you marry me? Marry me, yes, I love you. You all right? What's the time?
Tony, I can't marry you. I've been thinking about Frank and Vivian all night. Don't ask me to understand, because I just can't. He's a soldier. That's supposed to explain everything, but it doesn't. I can understand you wanting to have someone to come back to. I just can't do it, Tony. I love you. That'll have to be enough.
You will arrive in Vung Tau, a coastal town developed by the French as a resort. It will not seem like a country at war at all, but be under no illusions. The enemy is everywhere. And while we may have considerable difficulty identifying them, they of course have no such problem with us. The province of Phuoc Tuy has a population of 100,000, the majority being Buddhist, with a smaller proportion of Catholics. There are safe areas, unsafe areas, and areas where you must not go alone or at night. Road movement is also restricted. The route from Vung Tau to the task force base at Nui Dat is regarded as relatively secure. Elsewhere, vehicles may only move in convoy with adequate protection. Enemy forces in the province can be divided into three main groups: the village guerrilla, provincial forces, and regular units. The guerrilla is a part-time soldier, farmer by day and soldier by night, a specialist in sabotage and terrorism. The provincial forces operate in groups of company strength or less, with an ability to melt away into the countryside without trace. The regular forces are the Viet Cong regiments, well-equipped, highly trained and ruthless. Gentlemen, we will need all our resolve and resources to meet them.
That was your fault, mate. I love you for that.
While working for a week or two, fun and laughter on a Nui Dat holiday.
Over me and you.
Have a sock in it, Frank.
Well, it is like a bloody summer holiday, isn't it? Where is this war anyway, Tone?
Unreal, isn't it? You fly in on a Qantas jet like you're going to some resort. What I want to know is, where's the girls?
Not for me, Peter, old son. I'm a married man.
And who's running the place? Walt Disney?
It certainly isn't us.
The Yanks are everywhere. Are they defending the place or are they taking it over?
I think they won it in the chook raffle.
Evening, sir. RSM, off on your evening run.
Habit of a lifetime, sir.
Hi there.
Hi.
What do you think?
It's interesting.
Bit biased, huh?
Oh, it's all right as far as it goes.
Look, I'm sorry I was so rough on you.
It's okay.
No, it's not. I lost a rider. And a good one at that. Can't we try it again?
You don't want a writer. You want a cipher.
It's a touchy subject with me. National guilt, I suppose. Plus, well, I guess I've taken the easy way out. Back home, I'd either be in the army or in jail. So, can't we bury the hatchet? What are your views on contraception? Huh?
How you going? King of the kids, eh?
No, I haven't got any. I've just got the wrappers. Doris Day? Yeah.
Get a move on.
They're small, aren't they?
Who, the children?
No, Vietnamese.
Oh, brilliant, lad, aren't you? Really getting an education, aren't you? The Vietnamese are a small yellow people with a weakness for rice and American cigarettes.
Cut the pickle.
What would you expect, elephants and Zulus?
Trời ơi, chạy ra, tránh ra, chỗ này đi, tránh ra.
have a chest wound. Morphine being administered.
Don't worry, old son. We'll be out of here in a minute.
How did we do?
We did fine. We did just fine.